All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Simplanova's webinar on Simplanova AL Tools Platform Demo. My name is Petras Butienas, and today I have the honor of presenting what our team has been working for the last 2 years. I'm going to begin with a short introduction of Simplanova. For those of you who don't know us already, we do many things, but we do all of them for Dynamics partners only. So we work with partners and we help them in 3 main areas. Now, this is where we strive: fixed priced upgrade service. We also provide development services and resources for Dynamics partners. And we also provide automated nav upgrade tools for partners to automate their nav to Business Central upgrades. Now, over the past 9 years, we have helped deliver over 400 nav to Business Central upgrades with over 150 partners in 35 countries, and internally we estimate that we have helped save over 60,000 hours using our automated solutions. Now, today I would like to begin with a few minutes to discuss what's the upgrade challenge, and then we're going to move on to some solutions and AL platform demo. So we have estimates from Microsoft that there are over 56,000 BREP active nav installations in just 13 countries of Europe. Most of them are not on Business Central yet. And the issue is that there's not enough capacity to migrate everyone. And on top of that, we see that the upgrade cost has drastically increased. Our estimate from 2020, and that is based on over 200 nav estimates we do over a year, shows that the upgrade cost has increased by 44%. And that, of course, has led to the sign-off rate going down. And if we look at the guesstimate we have for how many upgrades we're able as a community to deliver in a year of time, we see that we don't have enough resources to deliver to get everyone on Business Central in 10 years of time. So I'm going to show you in a few moments what can we do about that. But before it, a few reasons why we know that the cost has risen. Probably nothing new to most of you, but we know that there are significant changes in functionality. Of course, the most significant change is in programming language going from CL to AL, new development environment, which also results now in many issues you have when you convert code with text to L. So what are the solutions to get everyone up to speed and get everyone to Business Central SaaS as soon as possible? So let's look at it from an upgrade scenario perspective. You may choose to, first of all, re-implement, or you could just migrate the data without migrating customizations, just leaving everything out of it. In any of these upgrade scenarios, you would still need to upgrade data. And for that, we have what we call a clean start upgrade service, which includes data upgrade and add-on merge. Now, it does not include customization upgrade, so it's fairly simple, but this simplicity allows us to make the upgrade process even more simple than what you would normally have. Now, we're able to automate the process, make it scalable, and deliver quotes instantly for you. So if you log into simplanova.com, if you find Clean Start Upgrade Service, at the bottom of that page, you will find a Clean Start Upgrade calculator. Now, you as a partner can enter your customer details in the field boxes here. And once you do that, and you put in your email inbox, you will instantly get a proposal, which is for data and add-ons. It's fixed price, and it's a quick turnaround. We usually are able to deliver the project within the same month. So this is a scalable solution to get your customers up to speed on Business Central. And what if you do need customizations? And that's fairly often that we see. We have 2 solutions for that. So one is we have the custom upgrade service. Now, this is a little different than the Clean Start service because we need to refactor existing customizations. We need to migrate them. But for that, we have a unique proposition where we take your customer objects, we analyze them, and in just 1 week of time, we come back to you with not only a fixed price proposal, but also with a full analysis of what can be migrated, what cannot be migrated, where we see the risky areas are, how much time each object upgrade takes. And this is something that we do 100 of estimates per year, so we're fairly good at it. So since this does not cost anything for you, while it costs us 2 days usually of one resource to deliver this, I encourage everyone to try it out. You could just simply compare to your internal estimates and make a better decision for customer upgrade. Now, this is not only a fixed price scope, it has free warrant on top. We apply automated conversion tools, and we have specialized team that would be working on that. So that's for the service. But we also have something what we call a do-it-yourself approach, and that is where the Simplanova AL Tools platform come, and that is what I'm going to demonstrate today. So the tools platform consists of three main things. First of all, automated code conversion. Then with the next iteration, we plan code upgrade suggestions. And finally, we also have a chatbot, which has inside of it a knowledge base of the past 9 years experience we had while working on those 400 plus upgrades. And now you'll be able to start using that if you want to do upgrades yourself. So if you look at what type of code conversion we take care of, we have a list of what the tool does now. Most time saving comes from moving code to events. When comments are extracted from code unit Delta files, all events are moved from AL files to dedicated event subscription code units and divided by object type, if it's table, page, or code unit events. And where possible, code modifications are moved to the closest available event. Now for triggers, modifications are automatically moved into AL triggers. We also take care of tempblob file management issues of many of the breaking changes. And now we're finishing works for moving options to enums. And that's not it. I have the roadmap slide at the end of the presentation. But for now, let's move on to the demo. Now, if you have any questions that you see during this demo, please use the Q&A section on this webinar. Don't use the chatbot option. I don't think it's even available for you, but use that, and at the end of it, we'll have some time for Q&A. So let's begin with the chatbot. I will open up the Simplanova upgrade chatbot, and I will write a control question just to see if it's live. Hi. Okay, let's write another control question. How are you? All right. I have another control question that I really like. Will you marry me? Let's see if it changes this time. Ah, no, the answer is always the same. All right, let's try the master question. So this is the top level question that we use for the chatbot. And you can use this chatbot as a wizard. So it has all the questions listed under this wizard, and you could just scroll down and you can take different steps while doing it. Let's say we're on migrating data at the moment, and we want to learn more about the issues that are there. And you can also find these issues by asking an actual question or putting in an error code, but you can also use this as a wizard. Now let's try also just simply writing a question, how to refactor reports, for example. Now this, of course, consists of many different areas that you have to refactor. So let's say if it's section visibilities, I should see an answer for working with section visibilities. All right. Now you can also enter error codes here. You can, just try asking whatever you want. But the most powerful thing about it is that while it cannot answer any question that you have, but it has a feature to learn. So let's ask something that I know for sure that this chatbot does not know. Let's say, what's the weather in Amsterdam? And let's see if the bot knows that. All right, doesn't know that. Okay, it's an unusual error code, but the power of it is that if I press the submit button, this question will be sent to our support team, and our support team will then, if it's a non-unique question, not specific to your customer case, but could be found elsewhere, this will be added to the chatbot. And next time someone else asks the same question, chatbot will already know the answer and will give it to you. So it's also a platform that learns from the questions it has. So let's move on to the next part of it, to the code conversion tools. And since I'm lazy and I have this chatbot, I will ask chatbot how to present for webinar for Patras, and let's see what it gives me. All right, I have quite some steps here. Let's see, where do we begin? Salt webinar demo. We have to begin with preparation. So the first step we take is we have to have for this demo 2 Business Central 14 databases, one without any modifications and one with modified and custom objects. The clean one is only necessary for comparison, and the modified one, I have the client open here. If I go to the customer list, I have modifications. I have an international phone code column here, and I also have an export report. 2 export reports here. So let's open and see if it works. I can export the customer list in PDF, and I also have some modifications in company information page. I have 2 buttons here. I can download picture, and I can also change. Oops. I can also change picture. Let's say, let's use this sample. All right, it works. I can also, so these modifications are the 4 tables here and the pages over here. And let's see what the bot suggests doing next. So the next step is converting these modifications with text-to-AL tool. Now, this is a standard step that you would have when converting your objects. And this is nothing different with our tools. We first need to have objects converted with text-to-AL. And once you have that, you can start converting with Simplanova AL tools. So I'm sure that what I'm going to show next is something that you already know how to do. Now, this step will also be included in the next iteration of the tools, but for now we have to run this outside of tools. So let's open command prompt and let's point to our Business Central version 14. The next step is exporting standard objects from the clean database. We will use this command and we will be exporting to this folder here. All right. We can see that standard objects have been exported. Next step is exporting standard modified and custom objects from the database of modifications. Let's see if it has worked. We have the customized objects here. And step 2.2 is opening PowerShell. And what we need to do is we need to compare these 2 files. So let's first run the import module command and let's run the compare. All right, it's working, should be done by now. Let's see if that happened. Okay, we have the deltas here. And the final step is converting objects with text-to-AL in our command prompt. Let's run this command. We have just done the conversion with text-to-AL. Let's see what happened. All right, I have all the objects here. Let's see what's next. So next step is we have to have a project folder where we're working. And for that, we are going to copy the converted objects. I have my folder here, and I will copy them to the objects folder, to this Visual Studio Code project. I will just select everything. I will not create folders for each of the object type. I will just simply move them here. And for the next step, we are going to analyze what problems we have. For this demo, we are going to ignore warnings. We're only going to look at problems. So first, let's see the company information page. We see that we have a tempblob issue. In the company event table, we have a breaking change. In the in the customer list page, we have another tempblob issue, file management issue, etc. So the next step is, I believe, to convert objects with Salt. So Salt is a Visual Studio Code extension that is free for everyone to use if you have the license key. So this extension will be available for everyone to download. You would just buy the license key from us, put it here inside, and you can start converting. It's an annual subscription, and you can convert as much as you want. So for the first step, we will estimate what objects Salt can modify, where we see that we can apply changes. I will, for this demo, select everything, and I will send all of these objects to our servers. We will be converting them, importing back, and rewriting. So we suggest using source control to not overwrite everything if you want to revert back. Now, of course, this demo, while it's converting, this demo is a very simple one. We understand that this is just a bunch of objects, but you can actually have thousands of objects here with thousands of problems, and you will see a much bigger impact. Now, we automatically create for you subscription code units of each object type, and they include all those events that are converted and can be moved to subscription code unit. Now, I don't have this in today's demo, but once you try it, you'll see how powerful it is with, once it has thousands of objects. Now, we're also not saying that it converts everything automatically. There's still, now for this nice demo, of course, we're converting everything, but there's still work left to be done. But we measure internally that up to 30% of time can be saved by using this tool. And that could be a significant change. This could result in hundreds of hours saved on a conversion. So let's open, I think it's done. Okay, it's done converting. Let's open source control and see what it has done. All right, let's open company information page and scroll down. We see that the tempblob issue has been fixed automatically. If you open company event table, okay, we see that the breaking change was fixed also. Customer card, let's see what happened here. Okay, the file management issue has been fixed, and a trigger has been refactored for you. So we extracted that from the comments and the refactor here, and I will have more of them here in the customer list. We have another trigger here, another file management issue. We have another trigger here on after gets record refactored for you. I think I have more triggers in the customer table. That's been done automatically for you. All right, so all the changes in this nice demo has been fixed automatically. Now, before I present how this looks in Business Central Client, I need to add application area. Now, this is a script that we have outside the tools for the time being, but this will also be implemented in the future version. Okay, so this has been added. Let's try and publish it. All right. All right, so this is my Business Central version 19 client. I have the international phone code column here. Let's see if the export has been added. Oops. Okay, I can export the customer list. Here it is. And let's see if the changes has been also reflected in the company information page. All right, I have changed picture and download picture. Let's try. Okay, let's not maybe change it. Let's just try downloading it. All right. Let's get back to the slides now. So what can you do today if you want to try Simplanova AL Tools platform? So the general public release is scheduled for next month. This is when everybody can try this tool, and it will be sold as a subscription. You can use it as much as you want, as long as you're subscribed to the platform. What can you do today? We are still accepting limited seats for trials. If you go to simplanova.com and you find Simplanova AL Tools, at the bottom of it, there'll be a form where you can apply for a trial. Now, if you're at the stage where you have just converted with text to AL, or you're about to do that, we can convert your objects for free if your project is eligible for the trial. Now, we will ask, of course, for some feedback from you, and we're not accepting everyone, so we'll have to select. We still have a few seats left there. But if you can wait next month, it will be available. And my final slide today is for the roadmap. Now, we're releasing what we have been using internally so that you can start using it, but we also want to add extra. We want to add more event upgrades cases. We want to add suggestions, help with initial project setup so you wouldn't have to run these text-to-AL commands. We want to help you handle report layouts, automation refactoring, adding suffixes, prefixes, and including more cases of breaking changes. So that was all today. We are going to head to the question and answer session now. If you have any question, please use the Q&A box. I have Andres with me today. He's going to help me answer any technical questions you have. He's one of the product team developers. And if you want to try this out, just use the form and we'll see if we can work for a trial or let you know once the tool is available. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. And let's open up and see how many questions you have. So we have the first question. Sorry, I just saw that now. So we have a question about the limitations of this tool. This is a broad question to begin with. I'm assuming you, by limitations, you mean what is not handled by this tool. Please, please tell me if you had something else in mind. I would say that I would rather say what we're covering with this tool rather than not covering by this tool. So if you open simplanova.com and you find Simplanova AL Tools, you will have a list of what we can handle and what we plan on including in the roadmap soon. But what we're not handling, that will be a little broad to answer. I mean, there's certainly a lot of things we cannot handle the moment. I mean, we're not trying to say that we can convert everything with it. So maybe we will be able to, maybe Andres will help me and, you know, add more to this. All right, we have a few other questions. So one is the annual subscription fee cost for this conversion tool. We are not at the moment sharing any pricing information. Sorry about that, but that will be available in June once we are close to release date or together with the release date. So sorry about that. So another question we have, how many days, months are the trial period? So the trial, we are running up to the release date, which is June. We're aiming for mid of June. So if you have anything that can be converted up until that date of mid of June, we are allowing your send us objects, and we appreciate the way the trial works is that we want you to try and break it, to try to view our project, and then give us feedback, and in return, of course, you have automations applied to your project. All right, we still have some time for more questions. Please feel free to add more. Now, even if you don't have a case for the trial, we encourage you to leave your contacts at the AL Tools forum if you just would like to hear about when the tool is going to be released, and if you think you want more information or an individual demo or a demo with your customer project, we'll follow up on that, and we are going to make sure you get that information. So to add a little more details to the question about the limitations of this tool, I have some comments from my colleague here, and I think this is a good answer. So basically, we're not able to do something that you cannot do with Business Central. And a good example of that would be if something was done with the file management system, where in the past you were able to access it directly. Now, this is a limitation of Business Central. You cannot do that anymore in the new versions. So we are not able to come up with a workaround with this tool where you would be able to do that, because this is a limitation of Business Central. I hope this answers your question. So we're going to wait for 3 more minutes to see if there are more questions coming in. Feel free to also leave your feedback here if you have anything, not necessarily as a question. Well, the rating, we still have a few more minutes. I think this is a good part where I can tell you about the other tools that we have. So Simplanova AL Tools platform is a new platform for covering conversions to AL code. We also have converters if you still have customers running on classic version of Dynamics NEV. With C-side objects, we have a tool that converts reports and data ports to AL reports and XML ports for you automatically. This has been available for some years now, and it's not part of this platform, but you can still use these tools if you're looking to upgrade the older customers. All right, we have another question from Diego. Hi, Diego. So the question is, about converting export data to Excel, where .NET components are used in NEV or BC14, and asking whether this conversion would replace those components, especially on Azure environment. So the current, I'm pretty sure that the current version does not cover that, but let's wait for my colleague to comment whether we plan. Okay, and I just have a comment from my colleague that we are going to add that in the future. So currently, yes, currently it's not available. I think it's part of the roadmap to include .NET refactoring. All right, one more minute if you have any comments or questions, and then we're going to wrap up. All right, well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining today. And we're looking forward to seeing you in our next webinars and looking forward to hearing from you once the tool is released. We plan another one in mid-end of June when this tool is finally available, and we're going to present there some price information. Thanks, everyone, and I hope you have a nice Wednesday evening.